A quick tip for keeping your budget out of a situation where you run into the it's more than just math is to plan ahead. Planning to eat most of your meals at home will save you tons of money. And I'm not talking carry out here. I'm talking planning to make your weekly breakfasts, lunches, and dinners to make at home, bringing your lunch to work or school. And while you're making your meal plan, make your grocery list. Do these things at the same time. I'll show you how I do it. Hi, I'm Megan with Bethel Budgets, and I'm here because it's more than just math. At some point, you might have built a budget. You've laid out your income, you've laid out your expenses, and you thought, it's simple math. I'll just stick to what's on the paper. But then life happened and your budget didn't work out. The reason? Because it's more than just math. Don't give up. Let's figure this out. You've got this. So I'm going to walk you through how I do my meal plan and my grocery list all in one. I do this, of course, I'm a pencil paper kind of girl, but I do everything on my Remarkable because this houses every single notebook I used to pack in my backpack. So this is my Remarkable 2. I made myself a template on my computer, and then I put it onto my Remarkable 2. So this is my meal plan. I'm going to scroll over to a new page. So step 1 is to fill in your events and times for the week. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back with you. Okay, so step 2 then is to figure out what actual meals you're going to put on each day, and don't forget the sides. So I'm going to start filling those in. I have pulled up on my screen my Bethel menu favorites of all the things that my kids like to eat and their recipes so that I have a quick access to that. We're going to start with the 2 things that happen every day, breakfasts and lunches, that are repeats for us. So for breakfast, we do egg cups every day. It is a quick thing. We prep on Sundays. We put a bunch of eggs in a bowl with cheese and some meat, and we whip it all together, and then we put them in greased muffin tins and bake them, and the kids eat them 2 at a time. Sometimes my 13-year-old has 4. But I know we have a big batch of eggs, and we have the cheese. I need to put bacon on the grocery list. So here's my grocery list. I'm making this list as I go along. Oh, no, wait, I don't need bacon because it was on clearance last week and I stocked up. So I'm good on bacon. Okay, next for lunches, my kids get sandwiches or just deli meat in a bag. Some of them don't like gluten-free bread. They're protesting the gluten-free lifestyle. Sandwich, they get a yogurt, they get a fruit. And I always say we don't do a lot of processed foods, but for their lunches, I do provide them gluten-free Oreos, and they get a Rice Krispie for their snack, for the snack time. Let's see what else goes in their lunch. I feel like I'm forgetting. Crackers. They get some multigrain crackers. Okay, so for the sandwiches, I have gluten-free bread, but I need some deli meat. I've got all the yogurt I need. I need fruit. Gluten-free Oreos were buy one, get one free last week, so I stocked up. But I'm going to check and see if they're still on sale this week. We'll stock up some more Rice Krispies I bought last week and crackers. I can't remember. So I'll put those on the list, and we always check before we leave the house if we actually have these things or need to buy them. So we'll do a double check. Okay, so that means breakfasts and lunches are covered for the week. Now we go and we look at our dinners for the week. So we need to figure out our meals, what meals go with what we have going on these days. So Monday is actually my son's birthday, and on your birthday, Mom will make you whatever you want on your birthday. or you can choose to use some of your birthday budget and go out to eat. He is choosing Domino's pizza. So I'm just going to put Domino's, and that'll come out of his birthday budget. And then never forget your side. Always plan through the whole meal. So Domino's is, it's dining out. It's fine. But I do want to remember to make his birthday cake. So for the birthday cake, I know I need to put on the grocery list buttermilk and cream cheese. I have everything else that I need, including the gluten-free flour, so I'm good. That is one thing that I do splurge on. I should probably figure out how to make my own gluten-free flour blend, but it's not something I've done yet. I don't bake enough to make that worth my time yet. I should figure it out. So Tuesday, we have a no dad day. Dad is working late. So that means that's an important event to put on my calendar, because that means I will make a meal that the kids like, but that doesn't necessarily fit in his metrics. So some of the things that the kids like don't necessarily fit into his metrics for his health goals. One of their favorite things right now is chicken cobbler. So I will make chicken cobbler for their dinner, because while it is delicious, he'll eat it, but he doesn't want to be eating that. Now, I don't need a side for that because it's like one of those all in one pot things. It is a super delicious, I can't actually eat it. My kids tell me it's super delicious, but it's an all in one pot type of casserole thing. It's a TikTok recipe, actually. It's TikTok famous. And for that, I'll need gluten-free. We're a gluten-free household, so we would need gluten-free cream of chicken, which we have, soy-free broth, which we have. We've got all the veggies, everything else we need. Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit mix. And we do the gluten-free version of that. Okay, so Wednesday's going to be a crazy night. This is why we look at our calendar first. Had I not looked at Wednesday and known we have a special worship night at church, and it starts at 6:30. My husband doesn't get home from work until 6. So I have to have dinner on the table. We have to eat it. We have to start eating at 6. As soon as he walks in the door, have it all done, and we're just going to toss it into the sink and be on our way to church by 6:15, 6:20, and clean it up when we get home. It doesn't need to be an easy to create, but it needs to be an easy cleanup. And my husband will be home from work that night, so I'll do Italian chicken, which is just chicken in the middle, which I have, but I need green beans for one side of the pan and potatoes for the other, and Italian seasoning packets. This is why we have a sort of regular rotation for what we make, because I have these things in my head, or I have them on the computer right in front of me, and I don't have to think. It doesn't take too terribly long to make this menu plan every week. This is another one where I don't need a side dish because it's all in one pot, one pan. Thursday evening is a no mom night, but dinner does, I forgot to put the time. Dinner does need to be on the table by 6 p.m. Mom's got a meeting, so Dad's going to have to make dinner, and he is totally capable of making any of these things that are in the menu plan, but we also have people coming over that night. He has friends come over on Thursdays, so he's going to be busy cleaning and getting the kids to participate in cleaning, and it's kind of a crazy night. So to have no mom and have people over, we're going to do frozen pizza and keep his life easy. Frozen pizza, and then the kids will be so excited. We'll do some French fries as a side, and we'll do some frozen veggies, which will make mom happy. Which we have all of the ingredients for that. Friday is a no middle schoolers kind of night, so I'm going to kind of think of They're my pickiest eaters, and one of the things they don't like, but that Dad likes to cook and he's going to be home to cook, is pork loin. My husband makes a wonderful pork loin in the sous vide, and sides for that is we have the sauce. It's called the sauce. It's a family recipe my husband's mom makes. And we'll do salad. Pork loin we have in the deep freeze, so we don't need to shop for that. The sauce, I have all the ingredients for that. Salad, we did buy everyone's salad dressing last week, so we're good. So salad for us is like a major event. We have 6 people in our family. I can't have salad dressing, but there are 5 other people, and each one of them likes a different dressing. So salad is quite a production at our house. Saturday, we do our Sabbath day, which is a day where we make either a fancy meal or a special meal that everybody gets really excited about. And my husband will be the one to cook it a lot of times because he's gone some other days of the week. So he loves to take over and serve us by cooking this big fancy dinner that we do on Saturdays. One of our family's favorite meals is grilling. So he can and will grill. We'll do burgers and dogs. And that will be really exciting for the kids because they get chips. And one of the other reasons it's so exciting is we get dessert. I almost wrote dessert. Let's see. Last week we did Mexican food. So we had like churros and with ice cream on top and chocolate syrup. Let's do a big pan cookie this week. So we have the chips because we've been planning to do this grilling for Sabbath. So we got those last time we went to the store. Pan cookie, I've got the flour I need, chocolate chips. And yeah, I've got everything I need for that. So that is done. And then Sunday, we will all be around. When we go to church, we have no other events all day long, so we can eat it anytime we want. And I can spend as much time preparing. So I'll do something a little bit more complicated that day. A family favorite is pretzel crusted pork chops. And those are fairly cheap at the store right now, I think. So I'll add pork chops. Oops. Put those over here so you can see pork chops on the grocery list, and then we'll need gluten-free pretzels. And what will we do for it? We'll do salad for a side and frozen veggies. Okay. I think that takes care of our week. So as you can see, that's not too bad of a process. I mean, as long as I've got my menu in front of me, like my menu of the kids' favorites in front of me with the recipes, I plan these ahead of time. They're pretty much the same every time, the breakfasts and the lunches. All of that can go pretty quickly, and I've created my shopping list as I go. Now, the next step is to fill out the menu in the calendar. So we keep our menu in the Google Calendar. We actually keep it as a separate color. I wish I could show you my Google Calendar, but I'm not going to because while it's a beautiful work of art and everything's color-coded for each person in my family, I'm not going to show you where I'm going to be at what time. So the next step is to put that in the calendar. And then after that, I'm going to show you a tip where we use our shared grocery list. I'm going to show you how I put all of this handwritten list into a shared grocery list that my husband and I both have access to. So whoever's going to the grocery store can check things off the list at whatever store they're at. Makes it very convenient. Okay, so you've created your menu plan for the week according to your calendar. So you looked at your calendar, you created your menu plan of reasonable meals that you can create according to what you've got going on this week. And then in the bottom corner, you've got your grocery list of items that you need to make these meal plans work. Then the next step that I do with my family is that we put this grocery list into a shared grocery list app that I use with my husband so that no matter who's going to the grocery store or whatever grocery store they're going into, they can check this list and see what we need at that store on any given day and mark it off that they've purchased it. Or we can add things, either one of us at any point in time during the week when we found out that we were missing something or that we've run out of something. So on my screen here, I have my Remarkable app. It is the same thing that I filled out in paper form on my Remarkable tablet for you, but it is also connected to the computer and my phone. So I can always see this no matter where I am, but so that you can see where I'm getting everything from, you can see the meal plan we just came up with together on the screen next to our shared grocery list right here. So we use this app called Our Groceries, and when you open it up, it has all of our lists. These are all the stores that we typically shop at, and I'm going to take my groceries that I hand wrote on our meal plan and put them in the stores that we usually get these items from. And then my husband will go to the store here in a little bit and he'll cross off from whatever store he goes to. And then if I have to go later in the week, I cross off from that store. So we'll start with deli meat is the first thing on the list. We usually get that at Schnucks. And so I clicked on the Schnucks list. We have a few things in here. Like I said in my, when I was creating the list, gluten-free Oreos were buy one, get one free last week. So I put that on the list already. It's going to stay there until we are sure that that sale is over. And we're just going to keep stocking up because that is an item that we use all the time. So my boys, they like salami. So I type it in and then I click on that and it is categorized into the meat department because at our Schnucks, the deli and the meat department are pretty close together. And then my daughter likes turkey. So we'll do sliced turkey for her. Next thing on the list is fruit. We will probably get that from Fresh Time, whatever is on sale. So we're going to add an item to that list. Fruit. And then I just put fruit because we'll go with whatever's on sale. Sometimes my kids ask for something specific like the cutie oranges or bananas. If they ask for something specific, I'll put that on the list, but we usually just whatever's cheapest is what we get. We already did gluten-free Oreos on the list. The crackers, that is the multigrain crackers from Costco. So they're gluten-free. So I'm just going to put crackers. Well, I'm going to put gluten-free crackers. My husband will know what that means. Goldfish is on the list. That is not a gluten-free item. We're buying that for the child care at church. So that's not something we'll be consuming in our house. But the next time we go to Costco, we'll be picking that up. That's why that's on that list, just for don't call me out saying that that's not a gluten-free item. I know, I'm aware. It's not coming into my home. Crackers, buttermilk for the birthday cake. So that's going to Schnucks. So I open back up the Schnucks list and I'm going to type in buttermilk. And so that's on that list. Cream cheese, we'll get that at Schnucks. Cream cheese. Red Lobster biscuit mix, we get that gluten-free. Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit mix is what that recipe calls for. It is delicious. If you haven't tried the chicken cobbler, try that. Green beans, that would be a Fresh Time purchase. Green beans. And if I'm ever not sure which store to get something on, I just throw it into groceries. And then my husband will always check that list wherever he's at. So actually, because I'm not sure who's got the best deal right now on some of this, I'm going to go ahead and put fruit in the grocery list, and it'll warn me. See, fruit is already on the Fresh Time list, so, but that's okay. He'll check the grocery list, and I'm going to do the same for green beans, so that whatever store he's at, he can check it out. Green beans, and then tomatoes, because we're making burgers, and gluten-free pretzels. No, that's not what that says. Oh, Italian seasoning packets. That is definitely Schnucks thing. Italian dressing packets is what it is. And then chocolate chips. We could get that at any of the, I don't know who would have that cheapest. So I'll put that on groceries and he can price shop as he's going around. Chocolate chips. We do soy and dairy free. And then I can click on this because I know when I make this, I'm making a pan cookie for our Sabbath meal, but I'm also going to want to make a batch of chocolate chips for cookies for the neighbors. So I'm going to have him get 2 bags of chocolate chips so we can have some for ourselves and we'll make some for someone else to give away. Let's see, chocolate chips, pork chops. I don't know where he's going to want to get that, so I'll just put that on groceries as well. Ooh, pork chops. And gluten-free pretzels, that's typically a Schnucks thing. I know that they have the best price on that. Gluten-free pretzels. Okay. So that takes care of our shared grocery list for everything that we need to buy to make our meals for this week. There will be things that we've missed. There will be things that we need to add or things we run out of. So we'll have to add to this as we go, but it's super simple. We just pick up our phone. When we run out of milk, we just add it to the list. If we run out of eggs, we just add it to the list. But we do, before he goes to the store on our Sunday afternoon grocery run, we will do a quick check of our kitchen to make sure that we have those typical staple things and add those to the list before he goes. Thanks for meal planning with me today. I hope that this helped you to see exactly how I do this. If you have questions about the tips that I give and the steps that I take, please go visit my video that's how to meal plan. And it goes over all of the tips in detail and all of the steps that I take so that you won't have any questions at all. Again, thanks for meal planning with me. Keep going. Don't give up. You got this.